very, very important EdTech Fellowship. My name is Bernard Avle, radio and TV journalist by day, MC other times for events. We're so delighted to have you here. It's really good to see you. We are doing two big things today. We are launching, as I said, the EdTech Fellowship, and then we're also recording a live version of our EdTech Monday show, and you are privileged to be part of that announcement. You should be putting your hands together for yourselves. So you will be on TV, you will be on radio, so please tell your neighbor to smile. You know, you're being filmed. Kwampa is one of the best groups we have in town, and they will be serenading us as we proceed. Just to give you a few quick announcements before we start. The Minister for Education is our special guest. He will join us. Thursdays are cabinet days. We know this, not to make excuses, but he really wants to be here, so he will come through. So what we've said to him is that whenever you come, we'll find a space for you. We don't want to wait for him to come. That's a cake. So I'm going to start. If he doesn't come by the time we close, we're finished. But we hope he comes, right? So he'll come. We also have the Osu Manche. He's here with us. He'll join us shortly. I'll request that we rise. He joins us. You know, he's a really big man. So we'll get Osu Manche in. It's a really short program. We'll do a few quick speeches. Then the Osu Manche and the minister will give some high-level speeches. And then they will just declare it launched. You know, when I grow up, I want to get to a point where I can declare something launched, and it's launched. So they will just declare it launched, it's launched. Then we'll do some sort of segue into the panel where we're going to have a discussion. We want all of you to stay. What we don't like is when the minister leaves, then the media all follow the minister. No. The real guys are here, so stay. He's going back to cabinet, but we'll all be here. Right? Is that a good idea? Tell your neighbor, I'll stay. Wonderful. Do you have something to play for the Osu Manche as he comes? Because you don't speak Ghana. All right, so do something. He's coming. Can we rise, please, and receive Osu Manche? Play something. Please be seated. We welcome the Osu Manche Noche Ni Note Uwo the Fourth. Thank you, sir, for being here, Your Royal Majesty. We want to welcome all of you officially to the EdTech Monday Fellowships launch program happening here at the Kempinski Hotel. My name is Bernard Avle. I'm your MC for today. We want to jump straight into the program with a welcome statement. And for that, I'm going to introduce Greg Kusa, who is from MEST Africa. He's a strategic director. He's going to introduce us to MEST and give us some important recaps and highlights. Please, are you clapping? What are you doing? All right, great.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me okay? All right. When he arrives, the Minister of Education, Honorable Dr. Yao Osei Aidu Chum, Osu Manche, Dr. Norche Ni Norte Awo IV, Director General of Ghana Education Service, Honorable Dr. Eric Nkansa, Executive Director of Center for National Distant Learning and Open Schooling, Honorable Dr. Nana Jimfi Ajuabor, UNICEF Deputy Representative Fiacre Makesi, distinguished dignitaries, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official launch of the Mastercard Foundation EdTech Fellowship at MEST. It is an honor to have you all gathered here today as we embark on a journey that holds immense promise for the future of education in Ghana and beyond. Thank you for being here. Let me specifically thank the Mastercard Foundation for your true partnership these past 4 to 5 years. MEST is scaling because of your belief in us. Finally, thank you to my colleagues on the MEST team who have worked tirelessly to drive impact to young people and ambitious impact ventures. Without your integrity and hard work, none of this would happen. Founded over 15 years ago by Norwegian entrepreneur Jorn Liesingen, MEST is a software entrepreneurship training program, a seed fund incubator, and accelerator of technology companies in Africa. We have long been committed to nurturing the vibrant entrepreneurial ecosystem here in Ghana and beyond. Through our rigorous training programs, accelerator initiatives, and investment support, we have empowered countless entrepreneurs to turn their innovative ideas into thriving businesses that drive economic growth and social impact. Indeed, our work at MEST extends far beyond the confines of our campus. We are deeply invested in fostering collaboration and knowledge across the broader entrepreneur ecosystem, recognizing that true innovation flourishes when diverse voices come together in pursuit of common goals. One example of that is the EdTech Stakeholder Forum. We had the privilege of hosting that last year, a dynamic gathering that brought together leaders from across the education and technology sectors to explore opportunities and challenges in harnessing technology for learning. Through rich discussions and insightful presentations, we gleaned valuable learnings that have informed the design of the Mastercard Foundation EdTech Fellowship at MEST. Today marks the impactful step from fruitful discussions at the forum to impactful action. One key takeaway from the forum was the critical importance of inclusivity in EdTech innovation. We recognize that truly to unlock the potential of technology to transform education, we must ensure that our solutions are accessible and equitable for all learners, regardless of their background or circumstance. This commitment to inclusivity lies at the heart of the EdTech Fellowship program, as we strive to empower entrepreneurs who are dedicated to addressing the needs of diverse learners. As we stand on the cusp of this new chapter in our journey, let us carry forward the spirit of collaboration, innovation, and inclusivity that has guided us thus far. Together, let us build a future where every learner has the opportunity to thrive, enabled by the transformative power of education technology. Thank you for your unwavering support and dedication to this noble cause. Together, we will make a difference. Thank you.
Usually, when you come for these programs, people give long speeches, so the MC can be thinking, making phone calls, but this guy's speech was very short. Put your hands together for him. Wonderful. You know, the way you mentioned the Osu Manchester title, we'll find you. You know, it's a Nache. It's Noche, the owner. 20 times. You know, there's this song, Ayefe Noche. So the Noche is the owner. So it's Noche, ni Noche. But I did well. Thank you very much for your speech. Straight to the point. So why are we here? One of the things we need to do in every sector is to collaborate, bring good people together. The EdTech sector is lucky to have a champion in the education minister. And we have lots of important stakeholders. Now, what the Mastercard Foundation has done is to bring all of us together. So, for example, every first Monday of the month, EdTech Monday, hosted on CTFM, sponsored by Mastercard Foundation, MEST organizes it. That's a good collaboration. We're bringing together policymakers and different stakeholders. So, for example, we have EdTech entrepreneurs in the room. Can you give me a wave if you're an EdTech entrepreneur? Can you give me a wave? Put your hands together for entrepreneurs. Very important. You are strategic partners to us as we try to use technology to push the education agenda. I'm going to mention a few names just for acknowledgement. For example, for the panel later on, we would have a very important group. I'll introduce them later. But let's just appreciate some of these people. Nana Jemfi Adjabo, Executive Director of SENDLOS, which is the Center for National Distance Learning and Open Schooling. Is Nana here? Where is Nana? He will join us for the panel. Wonderful. Larissa Krofi, Program Lead for Education and Skills at Mastercard Foundation. Where's Larissa? Give us a wave. Larissa, wonderful. The UNICEF Deputy Rep, Fiacra Makase. Did I get that right? Wonderful. We also have Suraj Shah, who's the Acting Head of Strategic Partnerships and Thought Leadership at MEST. Where's Suraj? Sorry, what did I say? Mastercard Foundation, wonderful. What did I say? Oh, it's too much this morning. Mastercard Foundation. In fact, I'm going to introduce him next to even stop further confusion. So what we're going to do now is to get some better context of where we are. And this is really the partners' address. So they're partnering us to make change in the EdTech sector. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Suraj Shah as he brings to us the Partners Address. Wonderful.
Bernard, as the show host of EdTech, Mastercard Foundation EdTech Mondays, that was your last life of making that mistake. His Royal Highness, Dr. Noshe, Chief of OSU, I'm going to stick to English, so I don't make an, as Kenyans are Swahilis, like what you read is how you pronounce it, so apologies. Representations from the Ministry of Education, even as we wait for the Honorable Minister. If there are any other representations from SENDLOS, I know Ghana Education Services, you're present here. Our partner, MEST, management staff of MEST, other development stakeholders like UNICEF, all the education and technology stakeholders. Ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, the EdTech community, welcome, good morning. It's a real pleasure, not only to be in this wonderful city, Accra, this is what, my 5th time, can't get enough of it, but to be kicking off this Mastercard Foundation EdTech Fellowship in partnership with MEST. I'll tell you a little bit more about it, but I'd like us to hear a message from the director of the Mastercard Foundation Center for Innovative Teaching and Learning, Joseph Sengimana, to give us an overview of Mastercard Foundation itself and why we are here. So please, if you could play that video by Joseph.
Greetings everyone, and congratulations on enrolling in the 2024 Mastercard Foundation EdTech Fellowship Cohort at MEST Africa. You join 96 fellows across 8 African countries this year while doing amazing work just like you. We at the Foundation are thrilled to be part of your journey, and we look forward to collaborating towards a stronger EdTech ecosystem and ultimately improving learning and skilling outcomes for young people. In many ways, that's what the Mastercard Foundation is all about. Since its inception in 2006, the Foundation has been guided by its vision of a world where everyone can learn and prosper. In 2009, we determined to focus our work on one region, Africa, a decision driven in part by our deep optimism about the potential represented by African dynamic young population. In 2018, we made an explicit commitment to Africa's young people with the launch of our strategy, Young Africa Works. We set out to enable 30 million young people to access dignified and fulfilling work, with a particular focus on young women, forcibly displaced youth, and young people living with disability, groups that often face the biggest barriers to educational and economic opportunities. Today, our basic strategy is two-pronged. We invest in education that prepares young people for the workforce. We also invest in entrepreneurship, which creates new work opportunities while solving social challenges. And across the board, we try to tackle systemic challenges to drive impact at scale and ensure inclusive access to opportunity for all young people. The Mastercard Foundation EdTech Fellowship represents the best of our world. You are all at the fore of bringing technology, innovation, and entrepreneurial ambition to bear on some of the toughest challenges facing Africa's education sector, and you are set to prove that profit and social progress can be achieved in tandem. That work is hard, as you know firsthand. It takes a tremendous amount of patience, it takes partnership, and I hope that this fellowship will make the journey much easier, and that you will see yourselves as part of a vibrant Africa-wide network of collaborators that grow together, learn from each other, and support each other. Because there is no doubt that we can reshape education in Ghana and Africa for good if we do it together. Congratulations again, and I look forward to meeting you all soon.
To Joseph. So Joseph talked about reshaping the education in Ghana. Ghana is one of the leading countries in Africa through the education reforms, through a lot of rich diversity. We've been in discussions with the Ministry of Education on how can we work together to create an enabling environment where we improve the relevance and quality of education to give the skills for our young people to gain dignified and fulfilling work. So we're creating these EdTech ecosystems. Ghana is one of 9 countries where we're starting this. We've already started with Kenya, South Africa, and Nigeria last year. Ghana joins 6 more countries this year to create these enabling EdTech ecosystems where the EdTech community, through the tech hubs we've selected, in this case, MEST, we work with the governments to identify and address the challenges in education and skills outcomes using technology as a backbone. We come together as not just a government do it alone or a private sector do it alone. We even bring in parents, teachers, learners, youth. When we talk about youth, we kind of scale this to youth from all economic diversities. We look at youth with learners of disabilities. We look at actual good representation of gender. How do we bring everyone together to make sure that no one's left behind in giving them the right education? Our fellowship will work in tandem with the Ministry of Education to identify the areas and the gaps where some of the EdTech interventions are most needed. How do we nurture the companies? How do we make sure that we reach the relevant teachers and learners? And what do we learn from that can inform the government possibly of policy, possibly of regulatory change, and we kind of ensure that we're moving the needle when it comes to learning outcomes. I don't want to spend too much time talking about this. We're very, very proud to have seen the kind of EdTech companies that are selected. We've got companies that work with teachers. We've got companies that promote reading at a very early stage. We've got companies that address learners with hearing impairments and disabilities. We've got companies that provide technology STEM solutions for hard-to-reach schools, etc. We believe we've got a fantastic spectrum of first set of cohort. There's more to come. There'll be 12 more recruited next year and another 12 the year after. This is now not a Mastercard Foundation do it alone. This is not a MEST do it alone. This is not even the EdTech fellows companies selected this year do it alone. Everyone in this room are welcome to join in. Give us your input. Take this forward yourself from our learnings, and let's create a more cohesive and impactful education system that everyone can take note of. Once again, congratulations to the EdTech Fellows for being selected. We hope to see some amazing results from you. Thank you again for the support, Ministry of Education. I think I'll talk to the Honorable Minister when he comes back. I've now seen Dr. Nana Jamfi from Senlos, Karibu, or rather, Akwaba. Sorry, Karibu is Swahili, Akwaba. Thank you very much. All right.
That was really nice. Please put your hands together one more time for Suraj. Kwampa, I think you should give us something that connects education, technology. I don't know how you're going to do that, because I sense the minister will join us soon. I think the flow is nice. This is one of our best groups, right? So Kwampa.
Yeah. All right, thank you. This is a song by a very prominent Ghanaian ethnomusicologist, Dr. Ephraim Amo, now of blessed memory. He says something in his music that says that the development of the country, and by extension, the development of your institution, it depends on you and it depends on me. In other words, the development depends on every one of us. It's a very popular song. If you know the song, join us, do it. This is Yangare Assassini, Dr. Ephraim Amo. Yangare Assassini, Eya Bodin Nemaye, Mujana Nanum Shieguna, Eto Homaye, Eto Mene was so, Sayebe, Beatuaso. Nimden traso koto prane apese minkumina. Edi ebrem dem amaya sasen do atom se. Omano sepeyo, omano sereyeyo. Eyense na ose, oman fomira nenje. Omano sepeyo, omano sereyeyo. Eyense na ose, oman fomira nenje. Yenga raya sasini, eya buodende maye. Mojana na numshiye gunya deto homaye. Eto mene wososo, sayebe yebi atuaso. Nimden traso koto prane apese minkumenya. Edi ebrendem amaya sase do atumse. Omano sepeyeyo, omano sereyeyo. Eyense na ose, omanfo mirande. Omano sepeyeyo, omano sereyeyo. Eyense na ose, omanfo mirande. Omano sepeyeyo, omano sereyeyo. Eyense na ose, omanfo mirande. Bese mome yibunse, nyemwe yase. Na dremwa nopa, ewie nyumere nyina. Seuri bopaya, eya kaigana. Strewo yankobon, fagana shenisa. Eno na oyo mapapa, eno na owodo e. Oto ma oma, eno arana yeshishe. Oto ma oma, eno Oto ma oma, eno arana yeshishe. Oto ma oma, eno anina. Mese mome yibonsem, nyemwe yasem. Na dream wanopa, ewie nyumere nyina. Se ori bopaya, eya kaigana. Sre munyankobon, fagana shemisa. Eno na uyo mapapa, eno na uwodo e. Oto ma oma, eno arana yeshishe. Oto ma oma, eno Oto ma oma, eno arana yeshishe. Oto ma oma, eno Oto ma oma, eno arana yeshishe. Oto ma oma, eno And then we will end with this one by Kofi Ani Johnson. Boko. We will end with this one from Kofi Ani Johnson that says that our thoughts should be positive towards development. It says, whatever we think about, it should be positive towards our development. And that is the next song, and it will be the final song for now. Listen to this one. 1, 2, 3. Bossy. Susu bribi pebi, famwa Ghana. Na Ghana be you, enye you ifi mini wala o yankwe. Susu bribi pebi, famwa Ghana. Na Ghana be you, enye you ifi mini wala o. Me mangana, adeshe mama mohomre so. Yamfa biako ye ni yodo, yamfa sumu yamai. If you say, oh my, ya yankasa ye japadia, ya nana numti abebre se, ejidi to oh my. Enti ya se mene use ya songana ye. Enya sape, da chinchirima, wabeba bibu yene fo, kwamba yankwe, susu bibi pebi, famwa Ghana. No Ghana be you, zenye you efini, engoni bime, susu bibi pebi, famwa Ghana. No Ghana be you, zenye you efini wala. Me mangana, adeshe mama mohomre so. Yamfa biako ye ni yodo, yamfa somo yamai. If you say oh my, ya yankasa ye japadia, ya nana numti abebre se, ejidi to homaye. Enti esemene say ensom Ghana ye. Enyes abe da chinchirima wobeba baby ene for kwampa yampa susu baby baby fabwa Ghana. Ghana be you, tenye you efemi. Engoni bebe susu baby baby fabwa Ghana. Ghana be you, tenye you efemi le warao. Kunsu nimpapemo won't find your man. Enkotombo ne konkonsa won't find your man. Anyhow the chrono and also won't find your man. Besame kumenyanso won't find your man. Enti esemene say ensom Ghana ye. Enyasape that chinchirima wobeba baby na for kwampa yampa so baby fabwa Ghana. Ghana be you, enye you efemi every year so baby fabwa Ghana. Ghana be you, enye you efemi warao. Thank you.
And for those of you who don't know, these gentlemen were trained by the legendary Eja Konimo, who is one of Ghana's greatest musicologists. He teaches at the KNUST, and they really are storytellers, and they use the mechanism of music to tell great stories. Let's put hands together one more time for Kwampa. So Kwampa actually can mean two things. Kwan is road, and Pa is good road, so that's a good way. But I prefer Nkwampa. Because their music also tastes nice like good soup. So Kwampa, really great guys indeed. So we always say we collaborate, and these programs are very structured and formal, but I want to just get a feel of the expectation of some of the people in the room. So even though I haven't planned this, I've seen some really interesting EdTech entrepreneurs. I'm going to give 5 minutes for them to tell us what they do. It's always good to know who's in the room. We have policy makers, Ministry of Education, GES, and all these nice people here. We have schools, so educational institutions that are pioneering EdTech tools in their work. We have media, obviously. But I feel some of our EdTech entrepreneurs are not really that well known. So if you can get me a mic, I just want to go around the house, take 2 or 3 comments, that if I know you, you are in trouble. It's not always good to know people like me, because when I'm hot, I come to you straight. So I'm going to give a couple of people 2 minutes to tell us what they do and why they're excited about EdTech and why they're excited about the CITL and what they think it will do. So where is Kafui? Kafui Prebi of there. So go to him. So this gentleman, he runs a company with a product with an interesting name called Asanka. Asanka. For those of you who don't know, Asanka is something we eat in, but it has nothing to do with food. So Kafui, tell us what you do and how excited you are about being part of Ghana's EdTech community.
Thank you very much. It's not always too good to know you, but it's also great to know you. So Asanka is a product that bridges the gap between the people who are the have-not, the people who are in the big cities, and the people in the rural areas. So digital education is happening where people have access to internet. How about those people who don't have access to internet? And so we set out on a journey to provide digital content for those people. So the Asanka platform provides digital content for people who are offline. So purely offline, that's our uniqueness. But we've started to use AI tools because we realized that some of the teachers, especially in those areas, are so smart that we thought they were left out in that area. But we've just realized that by giving them the tools, the AI tools and the platform, the content that is basically starting to generate in those areas are excellent. And we're going to then reverse the process where those content will now be shared with people in the area. So myasanka.com is a place to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Put your hands together for Kafui. We also have Charles Antipim. He's with Dex Technologies. And all these people I mentioned, I've either used their product or I'm going to use their product, right? So the Asanka is a device we got. Where's Charles? Charles, wonderful. He's growing an afro. So, yeah. So he is with Dex Technologies. Tell us briefly about what they do at Dex.
Thank you very much, Bernard. I always like to ask, if Albert Einstein was born in Ghana, what are the chances that he would end up becoming a scientist? Many students across the country, and in fact across the continent, lack the tools that are necessary to help train them to become the quality scientists and engineers that we need to solve some of our biggest problems. And at EdTech Technology, we exist to produce the tools that can inspire and equip the next generation of scientists and engineers. And so we're excited to be here. We've been benefiting from a lot of programs in the EdTech space, the UNICEF Startup Lab, and now hopefully the chance to be part of the Mastercard Foundation EdTech Fellowship. We are very excited, and we can't wait to make sure our products get into the hands of every student.
So is that why you are growing your hair? You want to be like Einstein?
Charlie, the frustration, you know.
Like you need the white. You know, Einstein looks like somebody who just came out of an explosion in the lab. And so I want my kids to love science, so it's not difficult for them to do the experiments. A really great thing. Talk to Charles. Angele Pebi is the founder of Pebi Cabs. Pebi Cabs. You know, when we were young, we used to read in university primary school, here we go, off to play, out and about, my little books. Now the kids want to use tablets. Angele says, even if you want to use tablets, we'll chase you there with books. So she's going to tell us briefly. She's, by the way, on the panel for today's edition that we're recording. So Angele, don't give away too much, so I'll have something else to ask you. But tell us a bit more about what you do with the Pebi Cabs.
Okay, thank you very much, Bernard. That was a surprise. Yes, so Pebi Cabs, we are all about getting children to love reading. Reading is the infrastructure we need for all other learning. If you can't read, you can't do STEM, you know, and when you think about it, there are very few plants, very, very few plants that actually have a stem without roots. So reading is the roots we need to actually enable us to do all other kinds of learning. Now, what's the state of reading in this country? Well, let me go to sub-Saharan Africa. According to the World Bank, 9 out of 10 children in sub-Saharan Africa can't read by the age of 10 and understand anything that they read. That means 9 out of 10 children don't have the opportunity to become the Einsteins, even if they are that smart. So Pebi Cabs is all about offering a fun, evidence-based, cost-effective reading program that empowers children to succeed by becoming proficient readers, just building the infrastructure for every other EdTech entrepreneur to build on top of that. That's what we do in Pebi Cabs.
Wonderful. We look forward to hearing from Peter for Angele. And last but not least, I'm going to call Natalie Fojo. Natalie is, you know, the kids want to watch television, they want to see visuals and videos. And Natalie has a very innovative product and service she does. Natalie, give us a wave to tell us briefly what she does. And I hope you've seen the connections. And these are all people in the EdTech ecosystem. Natalie, talk to us.
All right, thank you. Wonderspace is an educational content creation and publishing company, and we create engaging, interactive, African-focused material for teachers and students. So when we look at the GES curriculum or the Cambridge curriculum, teachers really struggle to supplement lessons on Africa, particularly in history, geography, our world, our people. And so Wonderspace has set out to create supplemental material that is interactive, engaging. We use animation, adventure-based series to ensure that both on TV and both in the classroom, that children are learning about our context, our landscape, our geography, and our history in exciting and engaging ways. Thank you.
Natalie, wonderful. Very interesting indeed. So we have science, we have reading, we have play, we have all of, even Pasco, because in a sense you can say Asanka is Pasco, all the various parts of our educational ecosystem. Are there any schools here? Any schools here that use any of these tools? It's very nice to hear from you. Any educational institution that uses any of the tools? Give me a wave. I'll give you 2 seconds to talk about what you do. Any schools that use the educational tools? Okay. Any educational institution anybody who has used any of these tools before? Anybody who knows them, who wants to tell us what you do? All right. Any educational NGOs or CSOs like ESSA? Give her the mic. Tell us about ESSA. What do you guys do at ESSA? ESSA. The lady in front, yes. ESSA. Tell us more about what you do. Please put on the mic. It's hazardous to know me when I'm in my element. Forgive me. ESSA. Give her the second mic.
So ESSA is acronym for Education Sub-Saharan Africa, and it's a non-for-profit organization. We're registered both in Ghana and the UK, and we use evidence and data from Africa to improve education and the outcomes of young people. So we know that most of the time decisions have to be made, policies have to be made, and it's always best if it's guided by evidence and data on the ground. And we connect this evidence, we move evidence into action. So we connect the evidence and data that we gather to those who can actually drive change, like policymakers, development partners, and the rest, to make sure that we actually see the change on the ground for young people.
Wonderful. Do you have an exhibition stand somewhere here? Do you have an exhibition stand?
No, we don't.
So you are the exhibition. Thank you. It's Gladys, right? Put your hands together for her. Thank you very much. So what I want us to do now is to have a quick look at the cohort. We wanted the minister to see the cohort, but no problem. There's a video intro of the cohort. There are 12 companies who are part of this first foundation, or these fellows for the Center for Innovative Teaching and Learning. So we're going to e-meet them. Guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Roll.
Hi there, I'm Ike Mensah, CEO and co-founder of DEF Talk, an assistive technology that provides accessibility for deaf students and persons with hearing disabilities in various tertiary schools to access lectures, take lesson notes, and more importantly, communicate with their hearing peers in class and on campus. Being part of this program will help us to scale our business as we deploy our solution onto a customized hardware for the 136 million deaf students and persons living with hearing disabilities in Africa. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Richard Osei-Anim, and I'm the managing partner of Coral Reef Innovation Hub. What do we do at Coral Reef? We support students and youths and prepare them and empower them for the future of work. And how do we do this? We do this by deploying smart labs in schools and centers across Africa. We start off by supporting institutions with their strategy and making them Education 4.0 compliant. Our products and solutions range from EdTech as a service, where we're bundling devices, content, data, and insurance, and offering as a subscription to parents and schools. We're also deploying AI for youth for 13 to 19-year-olds across Africa in partnership with Intel. And we have a content solution we're calling Edflix Africa, which is like the Netflix of education. Thank you.
This is Inspiring Teachers Ghana, a foundation vetted by CPDT and Inspiring Teachers UK. Here we believe that great teaching changes life. And so we have what we call the Foundational Learning Improvement Program, which basically has 3 pillars. It looks at structured pedagogy and assessment, instructional leadership and coaching, and then data-driven management. Now, this all put together is an integrated approach to help teachers improve teaching in classroom. And so we come with what we call a Smart Coach approach. Smart Coach is an app that helps the school leader to monitor the teacher's teaching in school, as well as the learners learning in their classroom, in a way providing a real-time data which could help stakeholders to make decisions to improve learning in classroom. And so we believe that coming to this fellowship will give us so much to improve on this product to help Ghanaian education space to help improve learning outcomes. Thank you.
Do you know the price of a standard robotics kit in Ghana? The average price costs around 5,000 Ghana cedi. How many average Ghanaians can afford one of these? Hi, my name is George Safo, CEO of Firefly IO. At Firefly IO, we provide affordable locally manufactured robotics kits, which simplifies the acquisition of STEM education in Ghana. Get to know more about us by visiting fireflyio.com. Thank you.
Research shows that the love for reading is a stronger indicator of a child's success in school and their future career than even their parents' level of education or socioeconomic status. Hi, my name is Anyele Perby. I'm the founder and CEO of Perby Cubs, and Perby Cubs will bring the fun to reading. We offer a fun, evidence-based, cost-effective reading program that produces proficient readers so that they succeed in school and in their future careers.
My name is Jessica Kwao. I'm the head of operations for QNO EdTech. QNO is a data-driven EdTech startup which provides quality learning opportunities for students, regardless of their financial means. We do this by leveraging cutting-edge technologies and the expertise of seasoned educators. We offer interactive learning tools, personalized tutoring, and comprehensive educational tools across diverse platforms. Dr.
On. After that, Osumanche will give us his endorsement speech, and then we'll hear from the minister. So let's go back to the screen.
Dr. Seiram Abuchi is my name, and I'm the project assistant at Dex Technology Limited. We believe that science is very essential in solving Africa's biggest problems. We exist to create, manufacture, and deploy STEM tools, which are very essential for teaching and learning basic STEM in Ghana and Africa at large. Now, these science tools enhance the learning capacity of our students, increase their STEM interest, and be very ready for the socio-economical development of their communities and the African continent at large.
My name is Sofa Bright Kome, Alpha Virtual Academy. We are trading, it's an educational firm, trading under the name Catalyst Learning System. We believe in leaving no child behind and no teachers left unsupported and no schools left in the dark. So in a way of that, we provide quality textbook with activity books as well as the lesson guides to assist teacher. We believe in ongoing teacher training for the teachers in as well as they'll be able to improve their learning outcomes. We also do school-based learning assessments for the schools. So during COVID, we had collaborations with Vodafone Samsung, and the graphic to bring online learning to reach students across the nation. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emmanuel Alfrejima from IAPrep Limited. IAPrep is an educational app that teaches math in the Ghanaian local languages. Currently, we have Twi, we have Ga, we have Ewe, and we have Hausa. So we teach at the JHS and the senior high school level, and you can find IAPrep on Play Store and on App Store as well. All you have to do is go there and download, because we teach in the local languages, which is very different from the English that we are being taught in schools with a normal curriculum that we have. Also, IAPrep has 100% success rate, and so your A1 and your pass is definitely assured once you use IAPrep to study. IAPrep, don't stop believing. Thank you.
My name is Natalie Fojo, and I'm the founder of Wonderspace. Wonderspace is an educational content creation and publishing company. We create and produce meaningful and engaging African-focused content. At Wonderspace, we believe that we are promoting creativity, critical thinking, and improving literacy through our interdisciplinary learning approach. Some of our products include an e-learning platform, our TV shows, and an immersive camp. At Wonderspace, we believe in creating content for the African child. We believe in the power of TV and EdTech platforms to improve learning outcomes in Ghana.
My name is Bernice Pechina, and I'm the head of content for eCampus LLC. And at eCampus, what we do is that eCampus is a technology to measure, analyze, and predict your readiness for examination and employability. Okay, eCampus helps learners to learn smarter, become employable, and attain prosperity. And for eCampus, we have 3 services that we offer. That is compliance, education, and employability. Compliance is a service that we normally do for financial sectors. And education for JHS, SHS makes them ready for their examination, and employability for tertiary students, graduates, make them to know if they are ready for the job market.
Hello, my name is Tenia Ghana, and I'm the Managing Director for Lozele Excellence Academy. Lozele Excellence Academy is an early childhood center located in the Upper East region, and we focus on STEM education to help bridge the quality education gap in northern Ghana. Our state-of-the-art business model include typing, programming, and engineering. We leverage on EdTech tools such as computers and tablets to help our kids solve basic maths and science questions.
Spoke about STEM. He's a STEM man. One of which ones together for the cohort. And I would have really liked to bring Suraj back to tell us what these 12 people will go through briefly for the minister to hear before I take the speech from Osumanche. So Suraj, just give us a summary of what these 12 people will be going through for how long, so the minister is aware. Then we can move to the speech. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Minister, Dr. Jutum, welcome. I think as I briefed you earlier, these are a selection of 12 companies with diverse portfolios. These are all growth stage companies that already have a lot of database of users. They span the country. They have good approach towards inclusivity in terms of gender representation within their mix, as well as the users. A lot of them, besides Deaf Can Talk, also have their solutions addressed towards learners with disabilities. First and foremost, before they get anything out of this fellowship, we're hoping to learn a lot more about their challenges, but their successes as well. How can we build on the data and the successes they've already acquired to inform us on how better to shape this fellowship. In the fellowship, it's an 8-month fellowship where they will get business development support to look forward to, how the company will grow in the next 5 years. They'll be given a stipend to kind of either reshape or expand their portfolio. Most importantly, they'll also be given a little bit of a concept on what is it that we're reporting. Beyond numbers, what is the impact that we're going to report? How have we changed the learning? And the other thing is we work with the Carnegie Mellon University present here today, Dr. Amy Ogan. And Carnegie Mellon University will help these solutions think through the science of learning. Much as some apps look brilliant, have great number of downloads, we need to look through ourselves to say, are we making learning happen? And so the Carnegie Mellon University with their program will help us think through the science of education through these apps. Once we got to put together, at the end of this fellowship, we kind of look at the learnings. We're always working with the ministry, CENLOS, on how we can expand, how can we grow together. And these learnings will inform and go into this next cohort next year for the other 12 companies. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Put your hands together for him one more time. So that was Suraj Shah. So this is the Mastercard Foundation EdTech Fellowship. And we're moving next to hear from the Osumanche Noche Ni Note Owu the fourth. He will talk to us on stakeholder collaboration and community integration through EdTech. Ladies and gentlemen, let's receive His Majesty Noche Note Owu the fourth. Thank you. Put your hands together, please.
Agu chebe kenyeme. Agagu. Numo fambo agu agu.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My dear friend, the Honourable Minister, good to see you again. Representatives from Mastercard Foundation and from MEST and from UNICEF and all of you stakeholders here gathered. Pleasant morning once again. I think it's surprising to most people that you'd have a traditional leader talking about collaboration, especially in the EdTech space. I think for most of you, your opinions of us, and fairly so, is that we dress up during particular occasions and show up and go home. We're hoping to change that narrative. 2 weeks after my installation, I received a delegation from the Directorate of Education of Osun. And they came to give me a report. It was not a pleasant one. The state of education was quite low. There's a lack of access to resources, science laboratories, technology, reading materials, books, chairs, basic things. And they dumped this on my lap 2 weeks in. I have no choice but to engage, to stand up and make sure I provide what my people need. Whether it means going out there to talk to people, bothering the Honourable Minister, talking to various corporate entities, it is my job and part of my responsibility to do so. We cannot change the dynamic and the narrative around education without all stakeholders being involved. And a critical stakeholder is traditional leadership. Because unlike our friends in the political circles, we don't have 4-year and 8-year mandates. We're here until the Almighty sees fit to call us home. And we cannot stand aside and see things go the wrong way. Over the past 2 years, I have tried my best to provide both resources and a roadmap for education, especially tech education in the Osu traditional area. We've built an ICT center Why? Because we realized that there were no ICT centers in the directorate, and we're expecting our kids to pass ICT exams and also utilize technology to learn and be better. A very difficult ask if they don't have access to the computers. We built a tech library because we do realize there's a space that I need my people to children to feel safe after school, to study and to do work, but we can't have a normal library because nowadays every single bit of education is affected by technology. So next to the traditional books, we put computers and screens so they can have access to that. And it was one of my sheer joys commissioning that because that took a lot of work to get across. I flew to the US and came back home with science equipment stuffed into my check-in luggage because I had science centers without technology, without resources. I had to find a way to do it. The path forward for education in our country lies in our ability to collaborate and for all stakeholders to play their part. I believe one of the speakers mentioned the fact that reading is a big challenge. In the past BECE, I taught some of the examination centers, and I spoke to some of the teachers and invigilators. And the issue was my children could not understand what they were reading, let alone answer it. They might know the answer, it's just the reading is the problem. It requires the work of persons like yourselves with innovative ideas and solutions, partnering with the ministry, partnering with the private sector, partnering with traditional leadership to make and create a change. The work we do today, the solutions we come up with, have far-reaching effects. I assure you, because of the work you do today, because of the thinking you're doing today, because of the innovation you're bringing forward today, our country will finally have a future. I grow tired of people looking at Ghana, looking at Sub-Saharan Africa, and saying that we'll forever remain in a second-class status. The kids in the US, the kids in the UK are no better than the kids in Ghana. They're endowed with the same God-given potential. It is up to us to create an enabling environment for them to thrive, and that requires all the work you do. So I'm very proud of what is happening here today. I'm really looking forward to see what this cohort of fellows bring forward. I've seen companies doing things I'm quite interested in for my people, and I'll be getting in touch. And I'd like to use the opportunity to encourage all of you to seek out your traditional leadership, bother them, bug them, ensure they're paying attention to education, ensure they're putting in their best effort to get our children on the right path. I leave you with peace. I leave you with the blessings of God Almighty and the courage and spirit of our ancestors. Thank you very much.
Yeah, power. No, I love it, man. Powerful. I love it. All right. Quick announcement in terms of the flow. Minister will speak and then launch the fellowship. We'll take a snack break to escort him out.